Hey, welcome everyone in this new video about the Elite Four this time of Sinnoh. It's not gonna be the last one because it's gonna be Johto pretty soon. So Johto is gonna be the next one in a couple of months. But for now, I'm gonna talk to you about this Elite Four of Sinnoh. In the Platinum region, a quick reminder that in Sinnoh region, the level cap is level 60. The first member is gonna be Bug type, the second Ground, the third one Fire, and the fourth one Psychic. And the champion Cynthia, she's gonna have a little of everything. She's gonna have a balanced team, like we said, and the main problem is probably gonna be Garchomp. As long as you can take care of Garchomp, it's gonna be okay. The three starters are okay. You can use them. I mean, Infernape can be really good against the bug. Empoleon can be pretty good against ground and fire as long as he is faster, because he can also take a lot of damage on them. Torterra the same, he can be good against especially ground, mainly. So they're all okay, they're not that exceptional. I don't especially recommend Alakazam in this region because of its typing. It's gonna be weak to bug. It's not gonna be the best. So of course, if you already have them in your team, you should use them. But if you don't, I think they have way better options in Sinnoh. Same for Gengar. Gengar can be good against the Psychic, but Psychic Pokemons are gonna be good against Gengar too. So you would prefer to have Mismagius if you want to have a ghost, and Mismagius with special attack and speed. It has Levitate, so it's gonna be also useful against the ground champion member. You can play with Hypnosis and Hex. So Hypnosis, and after Hex does double damage if the Pokemon is asleep. And you can also have a Dream Eater, could be good. You can have Dark Pulse too. You can also play with Energy Ball that can be good against ground type. So it can be okay. I still think there are better options too. So now I'm gonna go to the better options. What I really recommend is, as always, Gyarados. Gyarados' important stats are gonna be attack and speed. You wanna have Dragon Dance, you wanna have Waterfall, you wanna have probably a Crunch for the Psychic. And the last one, Ice Fang can be good. Ice Fang for if a ground type resists to water. I don't remember all the Pokemons, but especially against Garchomp, if you can put Dragon Dance and then Ice Fang, that will be probably a one-hit KO. So yeah, Gyarados are gonna be good against the fire champion, against the ground champion, especially because water and flying is like perfect against ground. It's gonna also resist all the bug type attack, and he's not gonna have special problem against the Psychic, and he's gonna have Crunch. So Gyarados is really like very solid, very good one for this Elite Four. Also Kingdra, once again, Kingdra are gonna be really solid. A lot of people, they consider Garchomp as being the MVP of the dragons for this region. And I think Kingdra is also pretty good. Just let me find it. So Kingdra, you can play it with Surf. Look at the start. We can play it special and speed, or physical attack and speed. So you can choose. If you want to play with physical attack, you want to have Dragon Dance on it, Waterfall, and Dragon Rush, I think, or Outrage. Outrage, but it's a tutor move. Anyway, it can also have Bounce for the bug type, but I think it's better to play it with the special moves, with Surf, Ice Beam, and Dragon Pulse, or Dragon Breath. Dragon Pulse will be better, honestly. And for the last one, you can have like Rain Dance, you can have Signal Beam for the Psychic. So yeah, Kingdra will be pretty solid as always. You can of course play with Garchomp yourself, just like Cynthia, and try to have a faster one. So the important stats are gonna be physical attack and speed. You wanna play with Dragon Claw, you wanna play with Crunch, you wanna play with Earthquake. And the last one, maybe Fire Fang, so it can also take care of the bug type. That would be pretty good coverage, almost all of the Elite Four. So yeah, just like Kingdra and Gyarados, Garchomp is really good. The next one is gonna be Gliscor, because Gliscor can take care of the bug and also fire, and since it has a flying type, it's gonna resist the ground. So Gliscor it can be really interesting. It can have Ice Fang, it can have acrobatics, it can have U-turn, it can also have dark type move like Night Slash, it can have Sword Dance too, Dark Pulse. But if we look at the base stats, it's really better to play it with physical attack and speed. So Gliscor can be really good too. It's one of the best Pokemons of the region for sure. Another big classic is gonna be Jolteon, even if Jolteon doesn't have any typing that type advantage, is even gonna be weak to ground, but Jolteon is such a good Pokemon that it's still gonna do like miracle for you. If we look at the stats, if you really want to play with special attack and speed, and you wanna play with Thunderbolt or Volt Switch, this is for sure. And after you can have Shadow Ball, take care of the ghosts. No, not the ghost, sorry, the Psychic. With a ghost type move, you can take care of the Psychic. And maybe Calm Mind. Also, you can have Hidden Power Ice. So, yeah, it's not especially useful for this Elite Four. It's just that in general, Jolteon is such a good one that it's gonna be really good. Houndoom is gonna be extremely good against Bug type and against Psychic type. It's gonna resist the fire. If we look at the base stats, you want to play him with special attack and speed. And the moves are gonna be Flamethrower, maybe Nasty Plot. You're gonna have to bring him to level 60, but it can be really interesting. Foul play. Foul play, you use the physical attack of the opponent, so that can be really good too. Dark Pulse. Dark Pulse is gonna do miracle on him. And for the last one, you don't really need Shadow Ball. Maybe can he have Ice Fang? He can't. But then maybe a poison move. Or hidden power. Can also put a hidden power on him. But yeah, with the Flash Fire will be the best ability. But it doesn't change much. So Houndoom will be a very solid choice for this this one. Dragonite, I don't think Dragonite can be catch in Sinnoh before. Yeah, he can. Okay, yeah. So Dragonite will also be very solid. A very solid choice. The only thing is Dragonite is gonna learn Dragon Dance at level 62, so you're gonna have to play without. But with speed and physical attack, it can be really solid too. You can have stuff like Fly or Wing Attack. You can have Waterfall. You can have Ice Punch. And maybe something like Thunderbolt you can have, just to have a pretty good coverage. But anyway, he's gonna resist to the fire, he's gonna be immune to the ground type, he's gonna resist to the bug type, so the main problem is gonna be a psychic, but it should be okay. So that's it for Dragonite. Of course, Cloyster, like always with Skill Ink. Skill Link is gonna be very solid. In that case, you want to have him in physical attack and speed, and you want to play with Icicle Spear. Icicle Crush. No, sorry. Spike Cannon, Icicle Spear, Rock Blast, and Shell Smash. And you want to put the Shell Smash at the beginning of the fight. And then you just pretty much you can one-shot almost anyone with Cloyster, because Skilling is gonna make him hit 5 turns every time. So Cloyster, really solid choice for Sinnoh. Weavile with Dark and Ice can take care of Psychic, and Ice is gonna help you against Cynthia, also against ground. So Weavile is gonna be pretty solid. If we look at the best stat, it's gonna be physical attack and speed. And you want to have a move like probably Thief. I think it's the best physical move that he can have. You don't need X-Scissor because you already have something for the Psychic. You can have Icicle Spear. Focus Punch is always nice to have, no matter who it is. So that's all for Weavile. Starmie is, as always, MVP. So Water and Psychic doesn't provide that much advantages. Well, Water is good against ground and against fire. So that's pretty good, but it's especially his stats that are good. So you want to have special attack and speed. You want to have Surf, you want to have Psychic, Ice Beam, and Thunderbolt with Starmie. And is not gonna be really useful against the first member, Bug type. And Psychic type too. But it's gonna be really good against ground, against fire, and against the champion. So as always, Starmie is considered as one of the best sweepers of the game, storyline wise. So Starmie, pretty solid. Togekiss, as always, also Togekiss is really solid. Normal and flying. So you want to have like, we look at the stats. Special attack and speed are gonna be important. You can also play with special attack and HP, but I recommend the speed. And you want stuff like Hair Slash. Gonna be good Hyper Voice or Try Attack. And can also play with the Magical Leaf. This would be for the ground types. And maybe Shadow Ball for the Psychic. You can also play it with Roost, so you can heal and Calm Mind too. There are a lot of ways to play it. It's really good, really solid. Lucario, of course. Lucario can always do miracle, even if it doesn't really have the best types. It's gonna be weak against a lot of things, but it still can be really good. If we look at the stats, it's better to play special attack. You can also play with physical attack and of course speed. So for example, you can play it with Dark Pulse. Dark Pulse, Aura Sphere, Dragon Pulse will be pretty good. If you decide to play it physical attack, Sword Dance are gonna be really nice. Extreme Speed, Close Combat, and Crunch. You don't necessarily need a steel type moves. Even with the stab, it's never gonna be super effective almost. Not in this Elite Four, at least. So I think I covered pretty much all of it. Staraptor can be good too. Just like Togekiss, just as you can see, it's gonna be physical attack and speed. So you want to have always the same, like fly, wing attack, physical move, flying type, one normal type, and after try to get maybe a dark type move, a rock type. Honchkrow can be pretty good too, dark and flying. It's gonna give you an advantage against the first member Bug and the last member Psychic. And if we look at the base stats, it's really like physical attack and speed. I recommend. He's okay in special attack if you want to. So the same. One good dark type, one good flying type move, and whatever you can that give you coverage after that. So that's pretty much it for the video. Once again, you don't need 6 of the ones that I've said. If you have just 2 or 3, it should be enough. Maybe I should mention last one, a Sharpedo would be good too. Water Dark would also bring you a good double type. He's gonna cover 3 of the 4 members. So of course it's gonna be physical attack and speed. You want waterfall, you want crunch, and for the rest something like ice fang can be nice, and maybe close combat or earthquake. Anyway, that's all for the video. Just let me know in the comments if I forgot to mention anything, if you have other ideas of Pokemon that can be good against Elite Four of Sinnoh. Let me know also if you tried those Pokemons and it worked, or if you tried and it didn't work. Just let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments if you like the videos, this kind of stuff, and see you next time for the next video. Bye.